Hey there, Pisces. Welcome to your career and finance money reading for 2017. Definitely check out astrojar.com, number one, because a bunch of other readers and stuff are starting to release their 2017 readings. You can find all those there if you're looking for more 2017 stuff. But having said that, let's look at your 2017 financial outlook. Definitely probably not a year to lend money to friends. By the way, it's come up for almost every single sign. Something about friends and not lending money to friends. Also feels like a very personal year, very inside, internal. So a lot of, definitely focus on yourself. Don't focus on everybody else. I think that the politically and, things like that, it could be a very distracting year, just kind of like 2016 was. And really, I think that if you want to be successful, you're just going to have to kind of stay away from that. And also, again, I'll probably talk about this in the 2017 general readings where we see what other advice comes up. But, just definitely like avoid social media and things like that at all costs. And, you don't necessarily need to avoid it unless it's like affecting you on a major level. But just definitely avoid getting into it with friends and things like that. It will not end well this year, so be careful of that, especially for Pisces. I'm mostly feeling that for Pisces, so be careful of that type of stuff. I think if Pisces just focuses on work, really, you'll be fine, and making yourself the best you possibly can. Again, it's weird to see how everybody's so external. Everybody's like worried about everybody else. It's like if everybody just focused on their own problems, we probably wouldn't have half these issues that are going on. So, let's see what's going on for you. And let's see what comes up for you for finances this year. And the typical Pisces stuff, right? Looks good, though, so far. And hold on one second. Let me just fix that. Yowza. I like it. I like what I see for you, Pisces. A lot of good stuff. You start with the Seven of Spades. As Marie Moore would say, get out of your head, okay? Number one, stop thinking about, the past. Stop thinking about past issues and things like that. This also can be a good card, though, because it can represent the fact, it's like a flip side card, but of course the cards have no flip side, right? For some of you, I think it is a card that says you are letting go of the past, or you already have, and you've already let go of stuff. So that's the good news. Next, you have the Ten of Clubs. Really good card. This card, traditional readers would consider this card extremely lucky, extremely fortunate if you were to get it. So it's a, really good card. Represents fortune after difficulty. Also a card about learning. Pisces, any learning opportunities you have, take advantage of it. I personally have a stack of books right here that I've been going through. I think 2016, 2017, 2018, 2019, and so on are just going to be very good learning years. I've talked about it 100 times before. I know. I'm sorry, but I'm not. I think when Saturn enters Capricorn in 2018, Saturn and Capricorn, to me at least, and again, I don't know if any other astrologers would agree, but to me, it's all about learning. And learning as much as you possibly can. I think if you can cram a ton of knowledge into your head during Saturn and Capricorn, you will just be, just so much farther ahead of anybody else. I also think that Pisces in particular has learned that your competitive advantage in business and work, and even if you're retired in life, is your ability to learn things and also grasp a deeper understanding. Pisces, I always say, Pisces aren't necessarily book smart, right? Where, and some of us, like I was considered dumb in school. I was like a solid C- student, and I hated school, but it's just amazing to see how much farther ahead in life I've gotten than, like, even, I was talking to somebody about my valedictorian who graduated from my high school. He works at Best Buy right now. And again, I'm not judging his situation or anything like that, but again, I think Pisces has a different type of intelligence, raw, intuitive type of deal going on there. That I think will be very beneficial for us this year. So just know that. But learn as much as you can and learn about obstacles as well, especially financially, because it'll just blast you ahead of that stuff. Next, I think there's an element of fate for us this year, for us Pisces, and definitely a card of progress right here, and a card of momentum, card of building momentum. I think Pisces is definitely fired up this year. I would say that probably 90% of you are already feeling very fired up and like you want to move forward, like you want to make major improvements in your life overall. So this is a great card of improvements and making those improvements. Next, We have the King of Spades. I think this is Pisces this year. I think all water signs are turning into the King of Spades. This is a card of mastery and growth, having been through a lot of battles and difficulties, but having learned from those things and being able to use that knowledge for just like amazing future success. So, I think all of us water signs are turning into the King of Spades kind of, and, really gaining mastery and really kind of mastering the things that we're doing. I know this is a financial reading, but I think it would be a great year as well for Pisces to take or listen to personal, what do they call it? Personal growth type of books and things like that. It doesn't mean you have to believe any of it, but I think those things will be very beneficial. Also, don't judge information. It's funny. I was out in public the other day and I was reading a book by Trump, and some random lady approached me and was like, accosted me basically because I was reading this book about Trump. And what I said to her is, I said, how do you know that I even support him? And, or I would support him or anything like that. And she was judging the information. I see people doing this too much. They judge information based off the person. And it's like, I don't support anybody politically. I think politics are ridiculous. I don't think we need a alien overlord president to rule our lives. I just don't think we need it. It's ridiculous. I don't support him at all. But he's somebody who's very successful, and I want to learn from successful people, no matter how you crack it. So, don't judge information. It happened to me a few years ago as well. I was reading a book by Joel Osteen, who's a pastor. I'm not the farthest thing from religious, but, his books and his words can be very motivating to me, as well. So again, don't judge information. You might be able to get something from somebody that you would never expect this year with this card. So, just look at everything, separate your feelings and things like that. I think Pisces can develop that. I think us Pisces can get to that level where we can just remove feelings in the actual person and actually just gather their knowledge without, needing to become that person. So, don't judge stuff. Definitely a message that just came in very strong. Next, you have the Queen of Hearts. I think for Pisces, and it came up for a couple other signs as well, love, and especially if you've been single for a while, could be coming in this year. I haven't done the love readings yet, so we don't know, but I think what they'll say is that love will be very supportive, especially if you've been single for a while, which most Pisces have been, then that love could be very supportive and could directly earn you more money this year, which is nice. Next, you have the Eight of Hearts. Exactly what you put in is exactly what you're going to get out. I also think some of you are going to get swept up in a business as well, especially if you're one of the entrepreneurial Pisces. I think you'll maybe start something at the beginning of the year and it'll just sweep you away, and you're just, that's it. That's all you do. You love it. You're really happy and, making money. So I really like to see that for you as well. Again, also just another card that's a little bit of confirmation that kind of says, love will probably play an important part to your earnings this year. Next, you have the Five of Clubs. Definitely a year of adventure. I think there will be more adventures, more opportunities to travel and spend money that way. But also a card that says adventures will lead to profits. So again, any types of, it doesn't matter what you do, but taking an adventure could literally lead to money. It's also a card of making money off of hobbies. So again, something that's come up heavily throughout 2016 in various readings. And I think that in the future, we'll see a lot of people making money off of their hobbies and things like that. These two cards came up together, King of Clubs and Queen of Diamonds. I think that there could be some supportive people in your life who are very helpful for you this year and very supportive to you. You could even get some money from them in the form of an inheritance or something along those lines. Interesting because, by the way, this is my parents right here. My parents are, one's a fire sign, Leo, the other one's a Taurus, so one's an earth sign. So, again, could be your parents if you have that combination. They could be very helpful for you. I'm also getting that some of them could come in and they could see you doing something and they could be a little bit overprotective. Again, this could be friends, like a pair of friends or two friends or something, or it could be, again, parents or grandparents or something that see you starting a business and they might say something to you that makes you think they don't want you to do it or whatever. Don't listen. You know what to do. Just know they're trying to protect you and move on. You end with the Ace of Clubs, my favorite card in the deck. Abundance, more money, definitely a card of learning as much as you can. And using that knowledge for success. Also a card of just having a fire under your butt and just wanting to, kind of conquer the world in a lot of ways. I think Pisces really has that feeling of wanting to conquer the world, wanting to, overcome a lot of stuff, and really wants to, really wants to get stuff going. But I think the difference between this year and the past years, I think Pisces has wanted to do these things. I think this year we're doing it. We are really actually taking action and doing things and things like that. And like I said, I think personal development books or something like that could be very beneficial. Again, don't judge the information. And again, you don't have to believe it or take it, but I just feel like, something like that, listening to some sort of book could, or a course about personal development. Again, you don't have to take all the information and believe it, but I think it'll be very beneficial for you. I think it'll just give you an idea, like plant a seed that turns into something else. So, wow, looks like a great year for you, for sure. So thank you for watching, and enjoy your 2017.